What's good, YouTube? It's Smacc Team. We dropping part 3 today, coming out of Stockton, California. We still gonna be talking on the topics of the deadliest gangs to the smallest gangs in this Central Valley city. Now today we're gonna go on the west side and the southwest. We're gonna be covering places such as the Conway projects, along with the Sierra Vista projects, and a lot more. We also gonna go to the Lewis Park area, the most deadliest hood on the west side of Stockton, California. Now let's start with a small gang located on the west side of Stockton that goes by Westside Bario 14, also known as the Westside North Daniels WSN. Now they are a smaller clique out west, but they do have some members that's known to put in work, man. Now they haven't been active in a long time. You can find these boys around this area right here, right off the I-5 freeway. As soon as you hit Country Club, you can mainly find them on Mont Diablo, right before you enter Lewis Park. Well, another hood we're gonna cover. That's why all that spot you see right there is mainly red, man. This will be a red territory, with the west side of Stockton not having any Crip gangs. I mean, we could be wrong. If we is, put it down in the comments. Now you can still see taggings of this hood hidden up around there to still claim it, but they haven't been active in a long time, man. Now they do have beef with the Lewis Park Bloods, which was real deadly in the early 2000s, but as of today, you could say it calmed down. Now they would go back and forth for over a decade with many bodies dropping, such as kids. And as you all know of the tragedy that took place in Stockton, they do not have any problems with kids getting in the way, man. Now, like I said, the Westside North Daniels are a smaller clique, but they do damage if you come in a territory. So we're gonna get this one on a grimy scale of 1 to 10. We're gonna give it a 6. Like we said, it hasn't been acted at much. It's a safe zone, partially, depending on who you know and why you went there. Like I said, bodies haven't been dropped there in a long time. But man, when you come into Stockton, just beware of them red rags. Now another red rag set, Bloods, we're gonna go to is the most famous gang out west. It's the Lewis Park Bloods, with having both black and Asian cultures in their gang. Now these two gangs are like one, but they aren't. You see, Stockton politics get kind of tricky, and if you're not from here, we advise you not to go to the West Side Bloods of Lewis Park. Now they will be located right here too, as the map shows, Pixie Drive. That is not a place you want to be. It doesn't sound like how it sounds. They can also be found on Kingley or Raymond Avenue, but mainly on Pixie is where you're gonna run into these boys. Or you can find them in the back at their park, which is also a dead end, as you can see. So when you go in there, you most likely won't come out if you don't know anybody. Now, with them being one of the oldest gangs in Stockton, just like the Townhome Crips, which we discussed in the first video, this gang has been around since the early 1990s, and it doesn't seem like they're slowing down, with numbers steady increasing. On a grimy scale of 1 to 10, we got to give this neighborhood a 10, man. This is a no-go zone area. When you come to Stockton, California, like, please turn around. You do not want to get caught around this area. Like we said, it is a one-way in, one-way out. So this is definitely a no-go zone area if you don't know anybody over there. Now they do have some well-known rappers from that section of Stockton, which is Javen, 2900. Also seen here Bounce Back Meek. You can find both their music basically on any platform. Stockton got a lot of people from their neighborhoods as big rappers. Also seen here from Lewis Park Bloods, Pyru Briz from the black side. But I said, man, this hood, they've been around for a long time, and they got a lot of members. And it does go down over there. Now another hood we want to be covering, a neighborhood that's actually right next to theirs, but we're gonna go a little more southwest for y'all, a North Daniel hood, better known as Bario Conway 14. And yes, there is North Daniels and Conway, along with the Crips and the Bloods, man. This is one of the oldest projects in Stockton, so it would be a lot of gangs from here. Now a lot of them will claim that block 2600, but these guys being North Daniels, they would have ties to Nuestra Familia, the UN, and also 666 gang, which we're going to be covering in another video. Now you can find these boys mainly at Van Busker Park, along with numerous other gangs we mentioned in this video and other video. So if you're not from this part, you're not from anywhere over here, I wouldn't expect you to go. Now you can find these boys on Glendale mainly. That's their main stronghold, but they be all over that section. Like I said, this is an older gang. A lot of people might not know about them, but do have big rappers from over there. But like I said, we is on the southwest of Stockton, California now. On a grimy scale of 1 to 10, we gotta get this neighborhood a good 6, man. It's a safe zone. If you know people over there, if you're from there, like I said, it's been around for a long time. A lot of people don't know North Dales or in Conway, right at that park. Now we're gonna go to another gang a lot of people might heard of. They started making a lot of noise around the city in the mid-2000s, and they would go by Smacc Team.
What part of Stockton we in, man?
Southwest. Conway. To be exact.
Now this gang you guys see right here, this neighborhood, they is a hybrid gang, an off branch of both the Bloods and the Crips from Conway. You can catch these boys right here off of Flint. Now like we said, this is a hybrid gang, so they do have both Blood and Crips that bang it. But man, let's go back to this part that keeps popping up on this list. Y'all let us know in the comments, have y'all ever been to this part? Do it really get like that? Or is it just all fairy tales? Now you can catch these boys also on Dallas Ave, Colorado Ave, Georgia Ave, Glendale, Houston Ave, but their main stronghold would be right downtown by the Mariani's Market. Now if you know the location we talking about, you can also find these boys over here off Popular Street by Madison Market also. Now they got that spot sold up. They would be cool with another gang we're gonna bring up that goes by Black Grade Trap Day, but we still on the southwest of Stockton right now. Now with Conway having Bloods and Crips, it would get a little tricky in that area. Like we say, if you're not from the Conway Homes projects, you probably shouldn't be over there. Now these YNs right here, they cause trouble, man. Like I said, if you go in Flint and you get caught lacking, man, you might not make it back home. Now on a grimy scale of 1 to 10, even though we gave other neighborhoods in this area a lower status because they not as active, these dudes right here, we're gonna have to give them a good 8, man. As of 2025, that is a no-go zone area, especially when we're talking about downtown Stockton, where these dudes migrated to and basically took over, coming all the way from the southwest. This is not a safe zone. Now y'all gotta understand, like the west side of Stockton, California, the southwest isn't that big. They mainly would have a lot of Crip sets, and they would be older sets. Now you can find younger dudes out on the block, but they really, you know, they tend to don't brag about it as most of Stockton do, you know, southwest. You could usually only find them in gang sweeps. But I want to talk about a Cambodian hood from the southwest that a lot of y'all might not have heard of. Now they would be from Long Beach, but they started a set there, and they would have major beef with the Westside Lewis Park Bloods being from the southwest. And only a couple miles away, this gang will go by CBC, Crazy Brother Clan. Now, like I said, if y'all ain't heard of these boys, it's probably a good thing, because as the name states, Crazy Brother Clan, it says it all. Now being a smaller, but at the same time deadly hood, these dudes known to put in work, man. CBC, Crazy Brother Clan, let's get into it. Now you can find these boys all over downtown, since there is a lot of gangs in this area, as we talked about. Yes, we're at this park again. Now you can find these boys on Fresno Avenue, that's where they started, but a lot of them would also claim a 2600 block Flint Avenue, which a lot of gangs do in that area. For some reason it's a big area, but they all claim that one block. Now you can also find these boys at Union Square. Now when you coming into Stockton, California, you might see a lot of these dudes wearing red and black. Now in Long Beach, they black rags. Yes, they fly the black rag. You can also catch them wearing the C or the B hat with the red initials. Now Long Beach and Stockton, they're not that far away as a lot of y'all think. And they do have sets all over California with some of the biggest members, and we do mean biggest, You can see their taggings and they hit ups all over the city still. They are active till this day. So on a grinding scale of 1 to 10 with them being in that neighborhood, we're gonna have to give them a good 9. This is a no-go zone area. These dudes, they don't play. And with them having a long time rivalry with the Westside Lewis Park Bloods, man, we don't see this gang slowing down anytime soon. Well, 10 minutes is, like we said, we be having stuff to do. We know y'all got stuff to do with the west side of Stockton and the southwest. Not having too many gangs, but there is a lot around Stockton. So you know part 3 is coming, and we moving out the southwest. We gonna take y'all to the east side and central. Now with the east side of Stockton being one of the most quietest parts, but the most deadly at the same time, with them having over 12 different gangs. Now as y'all can see, the west side only had 3 gangs compared to 12. Man, y'all know it's gonna get cracking over there. And with central having about the same amount, let's say about 15-16 gangs documented, but we know it's way more. Man, y'all get ready for part 4. And nah, we ain't talking about Snoop Dogg east side. We talking about the east side of Stockton, California. With them having Nortes, Crips, and Sureños when you make a right off that 4 freeway, man, you better be careful. Now, like we said in the previous videos, if we left your hood out, please do drop in the comments. With us being born and raised in Stockton, California since 1995, we're not new to these gangs, so if we didn't say yours, it's no disrespect. I mean, maybe y'all that low-key under the radar and y'all been moving that militant since y'all began. So if y'all one of them crews, y'all let us know in the comments. Until then, it's Mafia.